Hey everybody! Welcome to the Creativity Cave Facebook Live. I hope you guys are doing well and staying warm. It is cold here today. Hi Cecilia, hi Sherry. Nice to see you guys. Hi Tracy and Brianna. I hope I'm saying that right, Brianna, right? I always get nervous when I see your name. Hi, Alexandra and Karen. I'm like staring at my list. Hi, guys. I hope you are doing well and you are excited to be here. I have to admit I'm not feeling 100% today, and so I will see how long I go. Carl, my sweet little boy, has asthma, and he was having an asthma attack yesterday, so we took him to urgent care last night. And first of all, I hate urgent care, like with a passion. And I think it's because when I went there a couple years ago, I got a doctor who's just a jerk, and luckily he's not there anymore. But anyway, so he coughs when he gets asthma, and so they made him put a mask on his face, and he was mad because you can't, like when you're trying to breathe through the paper mask, it's like you're sucking in paper. Anyway, long story short, he was crabby about it, and I was crabby just because I think I hate urgent care, and now I think I'm getting sick. Like I must have, like it was funny, I opened the door with my elbow so I wouldn't touch anything, but now I think I'm getting sick. Okay. So anyway, I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. 'Tis the season, right? I mean, it's like cold and flu season. Like people are dropping with the flu like flies. Am I recovering from my weekend? Well, Beverly, that probably didn't help, to be completely honest, because so last week my Stampin' Besties Barb and Kelly were here, and we didn't actually post that many pictures. I don't know what the deal was, but we had a really good time. In fact, I think maybe part of my problem is I have like my Monday after an amazing week with my friends withdrawal hangover kind of a thing. I'm not actually hung over. That was Sunday morning. I was hung over Sunday morning. But I just, we had such a good time though. It was really fun. And then Saturday night, Ella went to the dance, the snowball dance, with her boyfriend and a group of their friends, which was really sweet. I have a bunch of pictures on my personal Facebook page that I posted last week. If you haven't seen them, maybe I'll throw one up on my business page just so you can see them. But she'd asked if she could have her friends over. So I asked my friends, Kelly and Barb, who are here, if they minded if Ella had the friends over after the dance. So we're talking like 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. That was smart. So they had fun and they were good, but because you want to have your kids stay at your house where you know what they're doing instead of go somewhere else where Lord only knows what they're doing. Oh, Carl's fine. By the way, he's fine. I mean, he's still coughing. He gets coughing asthma, so he doesn't like wheeze, he coughs. So he's been coughing, and actually the sound of coughing is kind of killing me. But anyway, back to my story. So my kids, or my daughter had 6 girls sleep over. So by the time we got them to bed, it was about 3 o'clock. So then we go to bed, and then Barb, her flight left Cedar Rapids at 6:45 a.m., which meant we left here at 4:45 a.m., which meant I got a solid 45 minutes of sleep on Saturday night. Not bad, huh? I can't remember the last time I did that, and it made me think how old I've gotten. So at any rate, we did have a really good time, and I'm going to show you one of the cards that we made. And it only took us 5 hours to make. Maybe it was 3 hours. Anyway, it was a really long time. And 3 of us were working on it, so that was kind of funny. But we had a great time stamping. We carved out a bunch of training for our downlines, which I just love working on that kind of stuff. We did quite a bit of stamping, which was really nice. And we just had a really good time. This was Barb and Kelly's bucket list trips to Iowa, because as you know, Iowa's on most people's bucket list, right, for trips, for sure. I mean, of all the places in this world to visit, clearly Iowa has got to be one of the top 5 or 10 at the most, maybe top 3. So anyway, I did sleep actually yesterday quite a bit, and I did get a really good night's sleep last night. I even slept in. I kept Carl home today because he's still coughing a lot, and so I did sleep in, which was nice. So at any rate, I do have some fun stuff to share with you. And I did actually stamp a couple of really cute projects, I have to say. I was kind of proud of myself. Since the new year, I sort of have felt like I'm in a little bit of a stamping funk. And I think that happens whenever a new catalog comes out. It's like, there's all this amazing, fun new stuff to play with, and then I can't do anything with any of it, and that's so frustrating. In fact, I've been looking at the list of things you guys have been suggesting. I ask always for people to let me know if there's stuff that they'd like me to show, and a big one was Wetlands, and that's a set I actually am super excited about. In fact, I remember that was one of the most exciting sets that I thought we had coming out, just because I love the possibilities and I love that style of set. And then also, a few people have asked for the cafe set. I don't have that yet, so as soon as I get it, of course, I'll share it with you. And then there were some very specific requests for, like, teenager boy Valentines, and what was the other one? Get well cards. So yeah, all kinds of stuff. But long story short, it was kind of funny to see some of the things that you guys were requesting. Very specifics, but I can't always do them the day that you suggest them, but I have a running list of things that you would like to see, so definitely keep coming back. I love hearing your suggestions, though. Someone else asked for DSP, which I have that covered today, so that's kind of fun. I have a fun project using DSP today. So, a couple things to share with you. Oh, I do have drawings. I did manage to get that done. And actually, I did draw names for my card contest, because I know, Brianna, you've been asking for that for a while now. I mean, it only started 2 months ago, so I don't know why I'm so far behind, but I did draw names. I looked at all the projects too, and I was really impressed. They were really good projects. So, okay, so my first 2 drawings are for people who shared the video or ordered, and those people get the Birthday Wishes for You stamp set. And so I have one for Holly Sefter. I'm not sure if that's how you say your last name, Holly Sefter. I think so, probably. If you do hear your name called and want to shoot me an email with your mailing address, I would also appreciate it. So, okay, next, same stamp set, because I got 2 of them, is Jolene Barnes. And, gosh, you didn't win last week, did you? Because that would be kind of funny if you won 2 weeks in a row. Good for you, though. So I will mail those out. I don't think I actually mailed last week's out yet, and that's because I was preoccupied with my friends, so I apologize, but I will send both of those out, as well as last week's. I know I have them sitting out for my assistant to package up when she comes next. Okay, then, well, I guess maybe I will just switch around my camera. I was trying to think if there was something else I needed to tell you. I can't remember. So, of course, don't forget to share the video to get entered into a drawing for free stamps, because who doesn't like free stamps? I mean, honestly, I like free stamps. I know right now is Celebration. It's the best time of year because you get free stamps if you spend $50 or more, or for every $50 you spend. So that's fabulous. That's like the best ever. I love Celebration. Who doesn't love free stuff? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to clean up my work surface a little bit before I switch the camera around. It was all nice and tidy like 2 seconds ago, and then I messed things up before I went live because I was trying to pull out some stuff. So we'll see what happens here. All right, I'm just pushing things over. I also got a new camera stand. I don't have it installed yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. It's this camera mount thing that I think is going to be awesome. So maybe I'll take a picture because I get a lot of questions from people about how I record my videos, and I just use my iPhone, so that's pretty easy. And I have this stand that I bought. It was what I use right now is actually a PVC pipe tripod with a selfie stick clamped to it. It's very fancy. Actually, I would say it's like the white trash, kind of like, who's that guy that does those redneck jokes? Jeff Foxworthy. Like, you might be a redneck demonstrator if your tripod for your Facebook Live videos is made out of PVC pipe and a selfie stick. It's true. But anyway, so I do have this goofy setup, and I'll take a picture of it for you sometime. It's really funny. And actually, I do have to share this. So, I loved April last year, and my friend Shelly, she's a demonstrator on my team. I'm not sure if she's on here. She's at work, so if she is. She gave me this little giraffe finger puppet that she got at IKEA like a really long time ago. I think she was cleaning out her room and she found it. So I thought that was funny. But what was even more funny is that I took my David that I have in my office that I got in Italy a couple years ago on a Stampin' Up! Trip. I put this giraffe on his head, like one of those goofy hats. So, Shelly, you're not at work. Okay. So, I put this on I'm trying to get it back on David, because it's cold in my basement. And so I want to make sure David is cold. I mean, after all, he's naked. So I think when he has his giraffe hat on, he'll be nice and warm. Don't you love the goofy things I share with you? You don't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere, people. Okay. So I also have some rack cards, or, well, I don't know, they're cards that people sent me to share with you. I have a rack list on my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook page where you can sign up and people will send you cards. And then, of course, the expectation is you send them cards, because who doesn't like getting cards in the mail? So I have a couple of those to share with you. So let's flip the camera around, guys. I know, Alexandra, I am a nut. Aren't you so excited to, we're going to have so much fun in April? Oh my gosh. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, so maybe we'll just set him right here so you can see him. See, I put one of those little leapfrog things where you do that and it bounces. I put that over his junk, so, because we're a classy show after all. With our, see this, I wish it would get, if it was just a teeny bit bigger. Ugh. By the way, I saw a story about a hippo that was kind of like April, where they had videos of the hippo being born, and this poor hippo's had all kinds of problems. I can't remember the name of it. And the thing is ugly but cute because it's a baby, one of those deals. Have you guys seen this? I know some of you have sent links to me on this. I never really kind of got into the hippo, but I saw kind of a catch-up story about the hippo recently, and I was like, oh, the thing is so ugly, it's cute. Yes, Fiona the hippo, that's right. And it sounds like Fiona had some health issues, so I felt bad for her, but okay, there we go. Right? Doesn't he look like he would be at a sporting event as a super fan of the whatever sporting team would have giraffes as their mascots? I don't know where I think of this stuff. Okay, so anyway, I've got some beautiful cards to share with you today. So first of all, thank goodness I didn't put the giraffe on his junk. That is a true story, Lisa. Oh dear. So anyway, this is my first card that I wanted to share with you. Isn't this pretty? This uses the spring, oh dear, sunshine wishes. I can't remember what the name of the framelits are. Sunshine saying, something like that. Goodness. But this is from Patty. It was so sweet. She had a cute little note inside, which I love. You know, what's also kind of fun about these rat cards is a lot of times people put the notes on Post-its. I know when I send cards, I have Creativity Cave postcards, and we always write on the postcard instead of on the card. That way you can recycle them. You're welcome. So this is the same way. So that's such a pretty card. I love how she incorporated some DSP, some glimmer paper, some rhinestones. We've got the works covered, which is so nice. This card is from Lisa. She's so sweet. Look at the inside. It's even fancy. And by the way, Lisa, the message was so sweet inside, but she was casing a card of mine. Let me actually see if I can find it. Might have it handy here. Hold on. Yes. I had posted this on my blog, I think last week. Let me get my camera adjusted a little better there. Okay. So I had posted this card, and look at her take on it. I love it. So this is one of the flowers from the Petal Passion DSP. So this is the DSP, this is the DSP, and then likewise I'd used mine that way as well. And isn't this gorgeous? And then I love how she did the coordinating strip and cute little flower. So this is such a sweet card. Thank you so much, Lisa. I love what you did with it. I love the pink and the black. Well, I'm a huge fan of black and white anyway, so this was really fun. So thank you. So she was really sweet. She said that I inspire her, and that just makes my heart happy. So I appreciate it, Lisa. And then look at this glorious number. Oh my gosh. It's all, I don't even think you can appreciate the glimmer on here. It is so pretty. This is from Kathy, and she had a really cute message in here too. It says rubber stamp art. I love that. But Kathy did the, is that Magical Mermaid? Yes, Magical Mermaid. I do really like this set, and she's got glitter all over it, and she colored this. This is like exactly what a mermaid would look like if they were real, I think. It's just, the coloring is so pretty, and I love the colors. So thank you so much. Such a pretty card, and so happy glimmery. So very fun. So thank you guys for sending cards. I love getting cards from you. And can I just tell you, this is another thing I want to tell you that I do. So oftentimes you guys write like messages and stuff. So here's one. I just wanted you to know how much I appreciate your creative genius. You have inspired me and so many others to get crafty. Your videos let us peek inside you. That's scary. Your warmth and humor make anything possible. I was in such a funk when I discovered you on YouTube, and will always appreciate the work that goes into making these. I am having so much fun creating. It has given me my mojo back. Hope you enjoy the lipstick ornament. Oh, that was from Tracy. Tracy's on here, isn't she? But this was just, I might have read this one to you guys before, but I keep some of these messages that you guys write to me in here. So when I have a crappy day, all I have to do is pull one of these out, and it just makes me so happy. So thank you guys. Like this, I think I showed you. Look at how perfect her writing is. So fun. So I keep this kind of in my little basket, so when I need a little pick-me-up, I reach for your cards. So I really, really appreciate that so much. Okay, now last week we had, and by the way, did you guys see, I kind of caught up a little bit on posting my videos. I did all but last week yesterday, and then I'm going to do this week and last week today, or in the next day or two. I don't know. We'll see how I feel, but I posted a bunch of them. Now, last week we did a bunch of stuff with Brusho, and we had such a good time using the stencils with Brusho. And I'm not even going to lie when I tell you I did not think that was going to work at all. It did, though, which is kind of cool. So I said I would complete the card. So I thought, let's work on that. So this was one of the ones we used with the decorative masks, or as normal people call them, stencils. And I just wanted to show you the final version of that. So I'm just going to adhere this. Now we did this on watercolor paper, and oh my gosh, there we go. It's so cool how this turned out. And like I said, I really did not think this was going to work. I thought that the mask was just going to kind of, the water would seep under it and you would not catch any of the actual detail of the mask. But the way we did this was very simple. We put our watercolor paper down, the mask right on top of it. I spritzed water over the mask. Then I took a Kleenex tissue and wiped, just kind of blotted off some of the excess because I thought that would prevent it from seeping under and getting all over the place. And then I tapped Brusho all over it. And then this is what we got. Now, I will also point out something to you. I was going to, like on these areas right here where it wasn't quite as vibrant, I thought, oh, I'll just take my aqua painter and blend those. And do you see how like ugly that is right there? So I stopped doing that, and we're going to cover this up. It's not, I mean, you probably wouldn't notice it till I pointed it out, but it does sort of bug me. Anyway, so this is what we got. Now I took and adhered this to a piece of real red cardstock, and then I've got a Night of Navy card base that we'll attach it to eventually. So I took the, is this Celebrating You or Amazing You Thinlits? I can never remember which one is the Amazing You stamp set or Celebrate You stamp set, and then the other one are the Thinlits. But regardless, I die cut Celebrate out of some silver foil paper. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Night of Navy ribbon around the edge. See how that covers up that ugly spot so easy? Awesome. And I don't want to hear about how you guys wish this was not crinkled, because I like it. I know there's some crinkle haters out there, but I do really like this ribbon. It's super thin. And I happen to have this hunk in my ribbon drawer, so I just grabbed that. Do I seal the Brusho with hairspray? That's a really good question, Tanya. And I think you definitely could. When I remember I did the butterfly card, and I kind of wished I would have sealed that one, because when I brushed off the excess Brusho, it kind of smeared a light blue over the rest of the watercolor paper, and I didn't like that. But I think definitely using hairspray to seal that would be perfect. So that is really good. Okay, Alexandra likes it, so there. So, all right. Now I'm going to take and put this on my card, and then I think I'm just going to literally adhere Celebrate right over the top. And I think this would be fun for like a patriotic card or just a birthday card for somebody. Sorry, I dropped my framelit. So you could do lots of different things with it. The colors are a little bit more masculine. So it's just kind of a pretty medallion look. You name it. So to adhere this, we're just going to squirt a little liquid glue. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look like a rat? Or a sperm? Sorry, I go there. I can't help it. Anyway, we'll just do a little... I may not feel well, but I still have my sense of humor. We'll just tap on that to get some adhesive on the back of our on the back of our framelit, and then we'll just adhere this right over the top of that ribbon. Oh, perfect. And then I suppose we could pop this up. Yes, a thank you card for somebody in the military. That's awesome. That would be perfect. I used to do cards for the troops in conjunction with an organization that was in our town. We haven't done it for many years, but we would make hero cards. Like we stamped hero on the top of them, and they were thank you cards, and then we'd write in them saying thank you, for your service to our country, etc. And then we'd send cards, blank cards that they could use, so like birthday, anniversary type cards, so that they could send cards to their loved ones. So we used to do that, and this actually would be perfect for the military. Cards like that. Love it. Okay, so there's that card. All right, now I also have some really fun cards planned for today, a couple of really cute ones. A couple I made this weekend, and then another one was based on one I made yesterday. So yesterday, well, actually, let me show you this card. We made this card that took us like 3 hours to make. I want to say 5, but I think it was 3. It was a long time. And it was so pretty, but, oh. So, okay, so here's my card. Let the good times roll. And then when you open it, it is the super crazy, ridiculously cute and adorable roller coaster set. Okay. So you can see it's a pop-up card, but my big complaint about it is it doesn't really lie flat. In fact, I showed it to my husband, who's an engineer, and he said this was kind of messed up. Like, it should work, but it just doesn't. However, it really is fun. It was how do you say, a labor of love. So if you're the kind of person who likes putsy stuff, you know, like gluing layers and die cutting pieces and all of that business, this set is perfect for you. And I think I might have mentioned to you before, maybe, that I'm a lazy stamper. So this card kind of goes against everything I believe in, both as a stamper and as a human being. In fact, we actually looked online and somebody said the title of their video was like the card that made me curse or something like that. Now, I love this card and I think it's adorable, but it was a lot of work. So I'm sure you guys are all racing out to order it. But now I will tell you though, I have an idea in my head of what I wanted to do with this, and that's actually why I ordered it. But I'm not sure if it'll work now because, like I said, I got to figure out how to make it fold flat. We're just not there yet. And maybe it's the stuff that I have attached to it in the places they're attached. Maybe that's why it's not laying flat. And I am not demonstrating this. This is a show and tell card. This is not a make on the video card because we don't have that much time. Now, I will say in the middle of this, we were laughing and giggling, and this might have been the night I drank an entire bottle of wine. I'm just saying. But the card was mostly done before I drank most of the wine. So anyway, this is that card. Isn't it cool, though? So this is the set that's in the Occasions catalog. All right, there, my show and tell portion is done. Now, let me show you. So today on my blog, I made this card, which I thought was really fun. It's just a simple eclipse card using the Heart Happiness stamp set, and I thought it was really fun. I added some little sequins to it that I thought were really cute, and I loved this color combination that I had. So I wanted to make something with that same kind of color scheme. So I had all those heart stamps out. So let's do just a little fun card with that. So I have just a piece of Whisper White cardstock. On here, this is actually on watercolor paper, but we're going to do it on just white cardstock. And my color combination is Lemon Lime Twist, Pool Party, Bermuda Bay. Let's see, I don't know if I really have an order to this. Berry Burst, and Peekaboo Peach. And what I love about these colors is they're just super fun and bright and happy. But they are also really non-traditional Valentine colors, which is what makes me love them even more, because they're not, you know, just like pinks and purples. They're just bright, fun, happy colors. So, like I said, I'm using the Heart Happiness stamp set. And what I love about this set too is it's not strictly Valentine's. It's really got a lot of different hearts in it that aren't like there. It doesn't say Happy Valentine's, or it's not, you know, just Valentine's. It's a little bit of everything. I'm looking for my stamp set because I thought I had it out here so I could show it to you, but I'm not seeing it. No, I don't see it. Okay. Well, anyway, back to my card. So one of the things I like to do, but is stamp when I do what I call random stamping. I like to stamp in 3 because the 3s kind of look good together. So for instance, 1, 2, 3, and then I kind of stamp them in a triangular pattern. And I'm just going to grab piece of white so I can cover my work surface. Okay. So I like to do them in threes and then kind of like in a triangular pattern because those are pleasing orientations to the eyeballs. So when you're looking at your card, it looks good, not stupid. All right, so I started with Lemon Lime Twist, which, by the way, is the best color ever. And then I'm going to follow that up with some Bermuda Bay. Oh my gosh, I keep wanting to call that Emerald Envy, which I knew it was not. Okay. Woo! I just dropped another stamp. So this is a triangle, although albeit a wonky shaped one, but still a triangle. Okay, next I'm going to use my Berry Burst. I've got a nice solid triangle, or heart. Words are hard. Have I always been artsy? Yeah, I would say crafty. Like as a kid, my grandma was really crafty and she taught me to crochet, and my sister and I always were doing arts and crafts. We always had markers and crayons and stuff. I loved coloring, but I was never very good at drawing, which is why I think I love stamping so much, because obviously the drawing has been done for you. So I kind of have been. All right, next is going to be Peekaboo Peach. And now here's the key to this. So when you look at the layers that I've overlapped not like, I didn't really overlap much of the Berry Burst on the Lemon Lime Twist because those colors don't really go together, so to speak. They're not, complementary is not the right word because that really means something else, but they just don't go. But like these two are both kind of a bluish, or on the blue cool side spectrum, so I can overlap that a little bit. I can also overlap these two colors, the Peekaboo Peach and the Berry Burst, because again, they kind of go together. So I'm careful with that so that when I'm stamping this, I don't get a muddy, ugly mess. When I'm overlapping colors, I make sure they are overlapped with things that go. You know what I mean? So here is another one where I can overlap these two. And then now, yeah, if I stuck it there, I think I'd be in some dangerous territory. So I won't stick a heart there, but maybe I'll stick one up here. I so need one down here though, because there's no orange. So maybe I'll just go like that. Okay. So there, now this one I didn't really do a triangle because I have some more colors on here than I was meaning. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to fill in with some little hearts that are Pool Party. And this just kind of balances out wherever I have too much white space. So you can see I'm adding quite a few of those little hearts like that. Okay, so aren't these fun, happy colors? I love that. All right, next what I'm going to do is take a sentiment. Now, I think you could have any occasion. This would be a wonderful card for any occasion. I personally always need thank you cards because I send out a lot of thank you cards each week. And so I like to use thank you whenever possible. Of course, I can't find my thank you stamp right now. So I think whatever occasion that you have, though, this would be great. And since I can't find my thank you, I might use my birthday stamp that I happen to have here handy. Let me just clean it off because it's dirty. I hate it when my stamp is dirty. Ugh. Okay, so on this card, like I said, I was going to use thank you, but I can't find my thank you stamp, so we'll just improvise and use what I have. Okay. So I'm going to stamp happy birthday on here. So I would say this is not a teenage boy birthday card, but it is definitely a fun birthday card. So this is that single stylized birthday stamp. It's just a single wood mount stamp that we have in our catalog. And then of course I'm going to take and add the sequins to this. So I've got my iridescent sequin assortment, and what I love about this is it kind of has oh my gosh, Aaliyah, do I have the the One Big Meaning stamp set? Yeah, it's like one of my favorite sets. Okay, so I have my iridescent sequins and I have a peel off China marker. This was actually sent to me and it's so helpful. So what I use this for is to pick up sequins. So check this out. So I'm just going to push on the sequin and it sticks to the China marker. How cool is that? So then you can place them on your card. Okay, so what I need to do first though is take my fine tip glue pen and I'm going to unscrew this and pull out the little needle thing that goes in there. And then I'm just going to add a bunch of sequins. Now, like when I stamp, ooh, I just had a bad thing happen. Let's see if we can fix this. Like when I stamp in, I got a bubble came out. Okay. Like when I stamp randomly in threes, I like to also do my sequins similarly. This is great for filling up areas that maybe you want to either cover up a mistake or you want to just add a little sparkle to or even out a white space. So all of this is good for that. So now I've put a bunch of little dots with my adhesive. So now I'm going to pick up my sequins. Okay, so I've got one on here and then I'm just going to place it wherever I would like. Okay, so here likewise, I enjoy putting these down. Let me make sure. Yes, you can see that. I enjoy putting these down with my little sequin picker-upper. Now, I have a really cool thing for you. So my gift this week is if you spend $50 or more with me, you will get this package of sequins. And if you spend $75 or more, I will add with the sequins a marker thingy for you. So they're really, really, really handy to have. Okay, sometimes you pick up more than one though. So now the other thing is, like I've always seen these as black markers, but of course the white ones are great because then they don't leave a mark on whatever it is you're touching. So I love that feature. Now I do also like to mix up the sizes and colors that I'm placing so I don't have all the same stuff in the same place. The other thing, and this is an important tip and kind of a funny one, is you want to make sure that you don't put or that you do put a sequin on each place that you have a little glue dot. Because actually on my original sample of this card, I had 2 dots on there that I hadn't actually put the sequins onto. And then when I was putting it away, I was like, oh, what do we have going on here? Okay. I've also noticed that since I've gotten my little manicured nails, because I haven't mentioned them yet, that I tend to forget that I can't just pick up sequins and place them where I want to like I used to be able to. So that's kind of a bummer. Now, doesn't this add all kinds of shimmer and fun to this card? I just love it. And then once you've got the ones you've done, of course, you can check and make sure you're not missing any, but you can add more if you want, or you can leave it as it is. Okay, I'm going to close up all these ink pads because if Sue is watching, I know she's about to have a heart attack. But next, what we're going to do is layer this up on a card, and it's really simple. So I'll cover these too, because if they were to spill all over, that would kind of be bad. All right, now I've cut some cardstock, and actually when I was putting this card together, I had a couple of options, and I kept messing with it, but my favorite color combination was the black and the lemon lime twist. And I tried some of the different colors that were in here, and I didn't like them as much as this. I thought it was really striking and fun. Now, because these sequins aren't quite dry yet, I'm going to put the adhesive on my layer of cardstock here. And then I'll place this on. It's just a skinny little layer. Okay, and then I'm going to put it onto my card, popped up. I was going to say, I know I have dimensionals out here someplace. Okay. Deborah, you're watching from Brisbane. Oh, you are so in my bucket list location. I really want to go to Australia, but I have to tell you, after traveling to Thailand, I cannot see myself going anywhere super far away for a little while. That's still burned into my brain from the summer. Okay, so I've done that. Then, of course, because this is a black card, we need an inside that we can use. So I have a piece of white cardstock, and we'll just stamp a couple of hearts on here to kind of keep the coordination going, just so it looks cute, like that. Maybe one more little one. I know this was pool party, but boom. So that'll go on the inside. All right. Now, whenever I mail something like this, the chances of the sequins falling off is always there, but they tend to make it to the person at least partially. So there's the inside of my card. There's my happy birthday, and this was actually my original with the thank you so much. So aren't these fun cards? You can have so much fun playing with these fun colors. And I think, you know, you could also do like stars would be cute for this, or even flowers in this color combination would be really fun. So there you go. Next, I have another really fun card. We're going to start with some black cardstock because that always looks good. This card is for a swap that I'm in with a few of my fellow demonstrator friends, and we were making cards to swap with one another using the Petal Palette stamp set, which is my favorite for sure. And I took some kind of, well, I got the idea from a fellow demonstrator, and I can't remember who it was now. That's bad. She had made like a little journal, and using this printed paper and the tailored, I think this is just called the tailored punch. I can't remember. So this is the truly tailored stamp set is coordinates with this, but I just used the DSP. Diane, am I on every day at this time? Oh, good Lord, no. Are you kidding me, Diane? I would never get anything done. I'm on Mondays. Mondays at 3. If I had enough time to prepare projects and go live every day, wow, that'd be cool if I did. But nope. It takes quite a bit of work to do this, and I have lots of work besides just my Facebook Lives that I have to get to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just punch a couple of these. So it's every Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time. All right, I've got this one. So I need 4 different patterns. I've got this one. Actually, I really like this pattern, by the way. 1, 2, 3. I need one more. Let's see what we can come up with. Here we go. You guys are so sweet. I make Mondays better. That's so nice. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is kind of position these on my card. Let's see. Put this one up here. This one right here. Oh, and then I need a scrap of white. Sorry. Hold on. Whisper white goes here, and then these two go like that. All right, so let's adhere these down. I kind of loosely have them sort of positioned onto my card. I want them to stick out just a touch on the top, just a little bit peeks off so that it's sort of even on my card. And then I've got this one and this one. The white one we're going to stamp a sentiment on. And then I'm sort of varying the solid black with the not solid black. So like this one and this one are solid black and these two are not solid black. They're more, there's more white space on them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And you want to be a little careful because like this one, the patterns on here, depending on where you punch it, were kind of weird and you just got a little bit of the design and it was a little funky. So you want to be careful of that. But okay, there we go. So there is my card. Now I'm going to trim this off. So I have to share with you, well, one of the things that always happens when I get together with my stamping friends is that we laugh until we cry. So of course this weekend was no different. If you're just joining me, I mentioned at the beginning that I was getting together with my friends. My Stampin' Besties came to visit from Wyoming and Wisconsin, and they were here all weekend long. And so we were stamping, of course. But there's this lady from Australia, and actually if the Australians are on here, if you've ever heard of her, her name is Celeste, and I can't think of her last name, but she's on Instagram, and what she does is she's just like a regular person like you or me, and she recreates like celebrity pictures. Like, do you remember when Beyonce had her kid? She had her twin babies and she was holding them and she had this just obscenely ridiculous outfit on and she was all serious and it just looked ridiculous. Well, this Celeste lady, she recreates these and it's on her Instagram and sometimes she does videos and those are really funny. And her husband is on there a lot and she calls him Hot Husband. And oh my gosh, she is so funny. We laughed so hard looking at these pictures because these celebrities do all this insane stuff that no normal person would ever do. And she just makes these super funny things. So anyway, actually I should look. Let me see if I can find her. She does. I will tell you, if you don't like bad language, she does use bad language a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. But she's so funny. So hold on, let me grab my iPad. So I think she's like a comedian. So let's see. Don't I have Instagram on here? Yeah. Okay. Search. Here Celeste Barber. She's so funny. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So here's the perfect example. So this is Gwyneth Paltrow, who is covered herself in mud. And then here's Celeste, who's covered herself in mud. And she always has a funny, a funny thing. By the way, I also learned this. If you push these, oh no, where was it? Oh, let's see. If you go to Celeste, so here's like her page, and then you push these 3 buttons, you can just see all of her posts and scroll through them, which I thought was really funny. Okay, so this is the best one. This is a video. So this is her and her hot husband doing the same thing that the other people are. Now watch for the kick. There it is. And so I don't know who these people are, but they're dancing and their stupid video is. And so there's her and her husband. And it's just so funny. If you just need a good laugh. I mean, who are these people? Yeah, you clap. But like, this is how she does it. Okay. And so now here's the best part. When you look at the caption, it says, when you find the adults only pool. Isn't that hilarious? If you just need a funny, this just makes me happy. Okay. So we laughed a lot about that. Now getting back to my card. Celeste Barber is her name. And oh my gosh, we were dying. It was so funny. Now let's make this card super cute. Okay. First of all, I'm going to use in the Petal Palette stamp set, there's a whole bunch of fabulous words. I'm grabbing the stamp set. So There's a whole bunch of words that come in this stamp set, and then there's also the images, but I am going to use Best Wishes, okay? And I'm going to stamp this in black. I could use Memento, but I happen to have a black archival pad handy because I used that earlier. Just going to stamp that right on there. It's only a little crooked. It's still good. And then I've got a little bit of my Lemon Lime Twist ombre ribbon, because remember how I told you Lemon Lime Twist was like the best color ever? I mean, it's not like it's pool party, but it's pretty good. Okay, that's too crooked for me. It's bugging me. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to fix it. We're going to punch another one and glue it right over the top. You know, just like what Jeff Foxworthy says, you glue your non-straight cardstock, or you glue your straight cardstock over your non-straight cardstock, right? You glue your not working TV on top of your working TV. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'm going to put, that's a little straighter. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. All right, so I'm going to glue my little bow right here. And I'm going to put fast fuse to adhere this, because that way I can kind of make it do what I want it to do, which is my favorite thing to do in stamping. There we go. That makes it lay a little straighter, and then we'll trim that just so it's a little shorter. Now to really jazz this up, we're going to add some sequins. I was looking for them. They're just right here. So these are our adhesive backed sequins. So these ones have little sticky dots on the back. We don't even have to put our glue down, which is kind of handy. And I'm just going to, whoops, I did not want it to go there, but I will stick it right there. And again, I'm doing this in triangles. So I've got one right here, and then the other one will be down here. And you can see the triangular shape because everything looks better that way. And there's my card. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? It's so, so cute. And I told my friends when I was making these cards for them that if they wanted the white inside, they'd have to stamp it themselves. But for you guys, because I like you so much, I will stamp it for you. Okay, now you could do whatever you want for the inside, but what if we did this? Oh, thank you for the love, you guys. I appreciate that. We're just going to put a couple little branches at the bottom for the inside. I think that's pretty. Okay. Now, of course, you could do this in a bunch of different color combinations. I think pink would work amazing. I think orange, yellow, black and yellow is always fantastic. But any color combination that you wanted, I mean, I love black and white with a pop of color. I love it. So these are great ways to use your DSP that coordinate. So if you have a package of different coordinating printed papers, this is a fantastic way to incorporate the different patterns on one card. So if you don't like this punch, or maybe you don't have it yet, of course you need to order it, but if you don't have it, you could do this with circles, you could do it with hearts, you could do it with another shape. A lot of different options for this that would be really fun. And then of course, lots of different paper would be great with this technique. So I think this is really fun. Again, I did see someone do this, but I kind of added my own little touch to it. So I love copying things and making them better. I shouldn't say better, but well, sometimes better. I like to copy. I call it casing, copy and improve. That's not what casing stands for though. Casing stands for copy and selectively edit. But I like to copy and improve. So anyway, I hope you liked these cards. Next, I'm going to spend just another couple minutes with you and I've got the stamps mounted here from the Waterfront. I was calling it Wetlands this weekend, but that was wrong. Waterfront. I'll show you the set in just a second. This is the stamp set. the Waterfront stamp set. I love it. And I think it's a really fun set. And someone said, they said all the cards are basically the same that she'd looked for on Pinterest. And I suppose I can see that. I think it really depends on how you use it, of course. There's lots of things you can do with it. Mountain backgrounds, sunsets, you know, you could do a lot of different things. But I was thinking I wanted to capitalize on the fact that there is indeed I'm trying to sit in my chair because I want to relax. Oh, I've been standing this whole time. There's also the palm trees in the little beach thing. Whatever this is, the beach hut. So I thought this would be really fun to make kind of a beachy card with the stamp set. So let's see if we can do that. Now, this is just from my brain. We'll see. It could fail miserably, but what if it turns out cute? It could. You just never know. So first of all, I'm thinking I'll stamp a little island with my crumb cake and this kind of line. Now, if this fails miserably, I just want you to know that it is a work in progress. So no judging. That's my saying. At the Creativity Cave, we never judge. Okay. So I've stamped this in crumb cake, just the line. And then, of course, we need to add to it some palm trees. So I'm going to stamp that in a little darker color. I'm going to use soft suede for that. And palm trees kind of tilt, so I've got mine tilted a little bit. Okay. Then I think the palm fronds, we're going to do an old olive. I hope you don't mind that I'm walking you through this step by step. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I stamped off the first layer, and then I'm kind of touching the edges of these palm trees with the ink pad again to kind of darken the tips. Okay, and that'll give me a little shading. There we go. That looks pretty cool so far. I hope you like that. Okay. Then we need to add this little beach hut right here. And I think that hut could either be like a nice blue color or a nice bright color. So maybe if you're in the Caribbean, you have like a light pastel-y color beach hut. If you're someplace else, you might have a different color. Mexico maybe is a brighter color. I don't know. So what if we did real red, just to be kind of fun and out there? There we are. So there's my beach hut. Now, I am stamping it this way, of course, because I want it to be beach time right now. All right, now let's pull in some of these other images. Now this little line to me kind of looks like water, so let's stamp that. And actually, I think this one looks like water too, so let's stamp this with a light shade, which is pool party. So we're gonna have this go right here like that. So that's our water. And then we're going to take this one and do it in a darker shade to kind of get some colors of water. It looks like an outhouse, I suppose. Okay. So then I did just there. That gives me a little shading in water. And notice I tried to keep a little bit of the white space in here just because I think that looks kind of cool. All right. Now, the other thing that I can do is take, and if I want to turn this into like a sunset, we could do that. If we don't want it to be a sunset, maybe we just want some clouds, we can do that too. So for clouds, well, okay, so actually for sun, we could stamp the sun on here someplace. I'm thinking right there. And then we'll do a separate one with the sunset because I'm not sure exactly how that's going to look. Hold on. So I'll get my yellow Daffodil Delight out. So now it's a sunny day on the beach with my palm trees and my outhouse. And then I want to add some clouds. So for that, I'm trying to think. I also think I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take a Post-it right here. And there's like this, I call it a dirt stamp. It just stamps speckles. I'm going to stamp that right there to give our sand a little bit more texture. Now that wasn't huge, but give our sand just a little bit of texture. Because as you know, sand is not completely flat. And then I want to add clouds, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. I think, let's see, I might need to clean some stamps. Now, I'm of course hoping that this is one of those things where if you build it, it turns up that way. So like if I build, oops, that's dark. We want pool party. If I build a beach scene, somehow I'll be transported to it. Like that'll happen, right? So I'm just kind of going light with this stamp that this is actually what we use to stamp the sand. I'm just kind of doing that in the background to create clouds. I stamped it off. So there. What do you guys think of that so far? I think that looks a little different from some of the things you may have seen before. And it's just not quite your usual. So let's see. We could put this, I'm trying to think of what the best color would be for our card. So we could put it on here. What if we did, though, a little embossing? Ooh, I have an idea. Hold on. I'm embossing. Give me a sec. Second. Okay, so I embossed this with the Seaside embossing folder. So that's pretty easy. So I'm thinking this is like Field of Dreams. If you stamp it, you'll get to go there, right? Because I could go for a little of this right about now. So I think that looks pretty cute. Then we could take and put a little burlap ribbon underneath it, you know, because that kind of will complete our beachy scene. So I'm trying to decide if I should do like a loop or a zigzag. maybe just a strip across here. Hold on. This looks kind of cool. So we'll have it straight on that side, and maybe I'm going to fold this in half and go from the folded side I'm cutting towards the tip, and that'll give me the little end. And we'll put this across here like so onto our card, and then we'll pop this up over the top. I think that'll be cool. And then this would be, of course, this would be a great like birthday card. This would be a fun retirement card. Definitely works as a masculine card. You could do a lot of different things with this. I'm putting kind of an exorbitant number of dimensionals on here. But there we go. Now I do have an idea though for this. This is going to be I miss you. So what if we put, I'm trying to find, I had the stamp set out. I know it was just here. Give me 1 second. The stamp set that comes in the Soft Sayings, here we go. The Soft Sayings card kit. Do you guys know this one? Ooh, I'm seeing some comments. Let me see. I love it. One of the reasons you got the stamp set is you thought it would be good for masculine cards. Yes, absolutely. And we're going to do more of that mountainy one in just a minute. So hold on. But this one has a I miss you. And I think that is what we're going to stamp on here. I miss you. Right there. In a perfect world, we definitely would have stamped that before we adhered it, but oh well. As you know, I rarely stamp in a perfect world, so we're just going to make it work. Now here would be one of those things where if I mess it up, it would really suck. But you guys get the idea. As usual, I'm down to about the size of my card in terms of workspace left. I miss you. Well, that didn't turn out too bad at all. So isn't that cute? I think this is a really simple, cute card. Of course, this would be perfect to send to somebody you just haven't seen in a while or whatever. So very cute. I went to a going away party for friends who are leaving to travel the world for the next year. Wow, that would be pretty cool. This would have been the perfect card for them. So congratulations, happy retirement. Lots of different options for this. So that was a fun card. Let's try just one more and then I'm going to go because I'm tired. So of course, if we take and just switch the color and the orientation of some of this stuff, we definitely can have a completely different look to our card. So what if we made kind of that classic mountain scene? And actually, let me grab my catalog real quick. Because we can kind of see what they had in the catalog and go from there. I often use the catalog to help me determine. So I bet this is kind of the classic card that a lot of people are making, and I agree. I mean, it's just your standard mountain scene, but I like it. It's a nice card. This one's kind of cool. This is sort of like a nighttime sky scene. It's very nice. If you're interested, I think this would be a good class to do an online class, or a good set to do an online class on. So maybe we'll do that coming up soon. If you guys are interested, give me a thumbs up. What about a mat for your circle? Well, sometimes you just can have a plain circle. It's okay. All right. I need, though, a piece of cardstock. Here we go. Okay. So let's see. I've got all this fuzz from my ribbon. I'm getting some of these stamps out of my way. All right, I'm going to start with maybe soft sky instead of pool party, because we're going to make this a little more nature, rough mountain colors. So I'm going to have soft sky for our light color, some old olive. garden green, and maybe dapper denim. These are good man colors. Okay. All right. So now this might be your idea of paradise, is mountains instead of tropics. But since it's winter and it's cold and crappy out, I think this is pretty nice. Oh, we probably need some gray for those mountains. All right, so I'm going to stamp kind of this green line. And then I'm not going to re-ink it. I'm going to stamp it another time or two. Stamp off a couple times. There we go. So that kind of gives me a line across my cardstock. Then I'll take Smoky Slate and we're going to build some mountains. And we can do a couple different types of mountains. We're going to have near mountains and far mountains. I'm just cleaning this quick. Hold on. I didn't use that yet. Okay. All right. So we've got there's some mountains we're going to stamp off. This could fail miserably, by the way, so if it does, no judgment. Because like I said, I haven't used this set yet. Ugh, I don't know if I like how this is coming out. We might have to scrap this. Yeah, this mountain is way too dark. It's really bothering me. But let's mess around with it a little more, and then we'll see. We'll see what we get. Ugh, I just don't like this at all. We might have to completely scrap this. Let's come back to our picture here. I like this so much better, don't you? Okay, so this is ugly. We're just gonna chuck that. All right. We'll try it again. Never give up. Okay, so on here, first of all, maybe gray is not the right color. They used, I'm guessing, crumb cake. That might be better. Let's try crumb cake and we'll see. Put some eyes and then it'll look like an emoji poo. Oh, that was funny. Okay, so there's our mountain. There, it's very nice. And now they used lemon lime twist. I was trying not to completely copy this, but maybe we'll try. We'll see. Thinking an online class with this might be harder than I think. I'm gonna stamp that off so it's not quite as bright. There we go. There's a little greenery here. I swear, though, when we were at On Stage, they showed us how you could really build those mountains up, and I thought I was doing it right, but maybe not. See, this is why you can't necessarily copy or stamp on the fly. It doesn't always turn out well. But remember, we don't judge at the Creativity Cave, so it's okay. I'm going to stamp off. So this is soft suede, and I'm just going to stamp it off a little bit. What I was really hoping to do is create kind of a background with I'm going to clean that one. With a sunset. But maybe I'm not quite ready to do sunsets yet. I need some time to play. It's possible. Not everything I do is a masterpiece. I think that's also a good lesson for you guys to know. Okay. Oh my gosh, Jenna, you do need an emoji poo. So there, that's pretty, right? Okay. So then we've got these trees. I kind of wanted to incorporate those, but see, they're too big, I think. Like if they were that big, it would be better. I guess I could stamp them that big. What if we did this? What if we cut them off kind of like that? I'm thinking garden green is the color I need for these. Where is my garden green? Here we go. Oh my gosh, you guys. You take off the Post-it before you stamp it down. How many times have I told you that? I did not listen to my own words. But actually, look at this. This kind of actually looks like you almost intended it to be that way. This is not my day. All right. Let's see. I still want to make this a sunset. How are we going to have that happen? Okay, so I'm going to stamp my sun off. And then I'm going to get some dark color. I want to see if this looks stupid. Yep, it looks stupid, so never mind. Well, actually, here's the solution to that. I'm going to grab my, I think this is a Peekaboo Peach. Yeah. So, okay, hold on. Where did my yellow go? Here we are. So I'm going to ink this up in Daffodil Delight, stamp it off. Then I'm going to sponge some of the Peekaboo Peach around the edge, and that will be much softer than if I just inked it up. And that will give me a nice sun. Okay. Then what if trying to think of how we could add some sky without getting too intense. Ooh, maybe if we covered the mountains with Post-its. Let's see. Oh, that did not work. I'm stamping the mountains and I'm just roughly cutting. I'm not going super careful so that I can cover these up mostly. And then I'm just going to sponge the background to look like the sky a little bit. Okay. And now I want to add some other colors. Where is my, here we go. Oh, what did I do with my daubers? Hold on. I hope you appreciate that some cards come easier than others. That last card came really quick. This card, not so much. Okay. So I'm putting just a little bit down here to kind of get that color. Ooh, that's not good. Hold on. Hopefully that covered up our little mountains. What do you think of that? Is that too much? Does it look dumb? I don't know. I'm not sure about this, you guys. But let's see. We should put a greeting on here. I know somebody suggested something. I still like the idea of this being a masculine birthday. Well, what comes with the stamp set? Let's see. Every little kindness makes the world brighter. Friends, lover never gets up. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't want that. Ooh, I'm happy you're in my life. And then we could put happy birthday on the inside. That might be kind of pretty. And I'm thinking that is Dapper Denim. Ooh, somebody's husband said it was gorgeous. That's nice. Thank you, husband. I didn't catch whose husband that was. That's not bad. Okay. So, hold on. We're going to trim this out a little. Well, actually, I don't know. I kind of like it like this. Maybe we won't trim it. I will say this is probably not the best card I've ever made in my life. Definitely not. But I do like it. We're going to put I feel like these should be a little darker, maybe. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe I'll do them full strength crumb cake. Hopefully this is not going to ruin it. I think that's a little better. And I think, ooh, you know what? Actually, here's what this might really help it. Okay, remember that one time when I inked these up and I left the Post-it on? This time we're not going to leave the Post-it on. I'm just going to find my green. Here we go. Okay, we're going to try stamping some more trees over here. I don't know, guys. Yes, Lisa, I agree. A dark color. It's okay. Hold on. Got some Dapper Denim. I'll trim this down just a little to fit. Okay. This is, oh my gosh, did I just get something on here when I did that? What is that? Did I somehow pick that up from my background? Ah! Of course, that erases everything. Oh, this card is jinxed. We're going to have to spritz it now. You need blue under the trees. It looks like they're floating. You're right, it does. Clearly, this is one of those stamp sets you should have worked with before you go live. Just saying. There, is that a little better? Now they're floating on water. It is absolutely a bird. It's a happy bird, just like my Bob Ross happy trees, for sure. Okay. The only other thing I can think of to do with this is maybe put some linen thread, tie a little linen thread around. And then we're gonna call it good. This is not some of my best work. Earlier, maybe. Right now, not so much. Maybe what it needs is a little darker color at the bottom. I don't know. This was supposed to be a bow. Oh my gosh, come on. Tie like a bow, you can do it. Oh my gosh. What is happening here? This is how I know it's time to be done. Seriously, I cannot believe what I have done to this monstrosity that I like to call a card. It is not at all what I thought it was going to be. What do you guys think? Here, see, when you hold it like that, you cannot see the big thing I got on there. Urgh! Okay, this is the story of my life. So we're going to see if we can work this off with my mono eraser. I'm going to erase it down to the nub, trying to get rid of this big giant splotch of ink. That makes me super mad. It's even on here. See, if I hadn't glued it to my card already, I could trim that hunk off. But of course, I already glued it, so... Ooh, 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 it's coming. It's mostly gone now. Okay. All right. Let's just put this together. God forbid we get anything else on here. All right. Now, one more thing. In the stamp set, High Tide, pardon my boob, that was in the screen for a second there. There are these birds. What if we inked up one of them and stuck it on there? Okay. So we just want this bird. So we're going to close off everything else. We're going to ink it up in black. Remove the Post-it, people, because remember, that is an important step. And then we're going to put it right over that spot. And there's our bald eagle. Of course, I let it dry too long. I should use Memento ink. There's our card. Well, that was a labor of love or hate or something. All right, so let me close up these ink pads and you can be the judge. Clearly, I need to work on that. But I think I will do an online class with this set. I just need to take a little time off camera to create. I had almost every ink pad in my arsenal open as I'm closing them all up. My gosh, there's a ton of them. Then I'm going to bring in my cards and show you, and of course remind you to share this video, and you'll be entered into a drawing for free stamps, as well as when you order, I have a fabulous free gift for you this week. So any order you place between today and next time I go live, you'll get you will get sequins, and if you order up to $50, well, here, let me put it. I'll write it all down. Okay, So first, actually, I have to show you this. This was a card I made a really, 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 really long time ago. Isn't that funny? A really long time ago. All right, so I was cleaning out some files and I found that recently. Okay, so first of all, share this video, and you can do that on YouTube or Facebook. Facebook or YouTube. Also, order and my host code you want to use. This is good through the end of this month, so it's going to change in the middle of this week. SSJQVG. So that's the host code that you're going to use. And when you use the host code, which I added a little thing there, you will get a free gift if your order is up to $50. Or no, I'm sorry. When your order is at least $50, you'll get the free sequins. So over $50, you get free sequins. And if your order is over $75, you'll also get the white marker to use with the sequins, which is this thing. So you'll get this in addition. Of course, if your order is on orders over $150, skip the code. You'll still get the gift. Skip code because you'll get Stampin' Rewards, but I'll still send you the free gift. I will have, depending on how I feel, I should have some more online classes getting posted this week. If you are interested in the new ones coming, if you're interested in ones that I already have, I've got Heart Happiness, Cake Soiree. Oh my gosh, the cards are beautiful. Sure Do Love You. And then I will have Petal Palette will for sure be coming up next. And then I've got to check my list for which other ones. So the cards we made today, of course, were this one. This one, which came out way better, way quicker. This fun one using DSP and some sequins with that cool punch. This one with my hearts. This is the Heart Happiness stamp set. I've got the online class for that, so make sure and check that out. And then we finished up this one from last week, which was using the stencil in our brush show. And then I showed you my ridiculously time-consuming but pretty awesome card. I did not make this. I just showed it to you with that roller coaster. But I can't remember if I told you this or not. When I first got this, I thought, oh, what if I cut off some of these support things and made like flowers on the roller coaster, you know, that popped out on your card? That's what I was thinking I would do with this, but we'll see. I don't know. All right, so those were all my projects. I hope you guys had fun. Don't forget, we'll be back again next week making more awesome cards. Hopefully they'll work a little better than this week's cards. And as always, I would so love to be your demonstrator. If you need a demonstrator, please consider ordering from me. When you order, it helps me keep these awesome videos coming because they do take a lot of time to prep and then post afterwards. And that's how I earn money, is when you order from me. So of course, when you order though, you become a VIP rewards member, and I've got lots of fun perks for my VIPs. If you need a catalog and don't have a demonstrator already, I'd be happy to send one to you. Just send me a message with your address and I will get that out. Thanks guys. Love you all so much. I hope I will see you soon.